Wo sind die beiden gerade hin?
Was my sword ever so heavy? Age is a persistent foe.
Nein, Simon, nicht jetzt. Oh.
Be strong, father. I shall get you treatment at once.
Serenoa, please. If I must go, at least it was alongside you on the battlefield.
Nein. Du nicht.
Enough of this talk. You will yet live.
I've seen scores of soldiers perish, my son. Death comes for us all. Does it not, dear Benedict?
Forgive me, my lord. I could not keep you safe.
I beg you, give the three of us a moment together.
As you wish.
Aye.
Gar nicht, was ich dazu sagen soll. Das ist gerade schon sehr emotional. Ah, gut, dass es unterbrochen wurde. Ich muss sagen, das war emotional gerade schon sehr, sehr mitnehmend. Oh.
There is no escape, Patriatte. Tell me why a royalist like you would attack Lord Symon.
Yes. Why would you threaten to tear asunder a newly restored Glenbrook?
Hat da jemand etwa Verbindung nach Aesfrost?
Restored? Restored to what? The duchy killed your king and controls your land, and you've what, exactly? The collected ashes of the royal family? Those who joined the duchy thrived. Those who resisted were ground beneath their heel.
So sollte sowas, glaube ich, nicht sein.
The nobles and commoners have never been further apart, though beneath it all, they are bound not by the king's memory, but greed.
Ja, und das war durch die Invasion von Aesfrost, nicht wahr? Na, was will er damit sagen?
Perhaps, but we can unite them behind King Roland.
Genau.
The weakest link of them all. The prince, who forsook his family, a ruler in nothing but name if the people speak true. The Wolffort reputation stains him, and it shall be his undoing.
Mhm.
So that's your angle.
Enough slander.
You're blind to it, admit it.
Selbst wenn er recht hat, ist das kein Grund, ein verdammtes Attentat auf den zu machen, der das Land befreit hat.
You
Just
rebuffed
saying.
the Asfrosti army, curried favor with the Saintly Seven, protected Roland, and immediately installed him as king. You think yourselves above the high houses of Glenbrook, nay, above his majesty himself. Who would not want to rid themselves of such a stain?
Das hat niemand behauptet, aber interessant, dass er es da reinliest.
You suggest King Roland gave the order?
Would he possess such rationality? We would not be in this mess if he did.
Ja, leider besitzt er Menschlichkeit, wisst ihr. Es ist schon schade, wenn jemand Menschlichkeit besitzt. Kommt man da nur hin, wenn Leute sowas haben?
Thus I decided to intervene. For the good of the kingdom.
So we need only kill you. That is a mercy.
Anna ist schon eiskalt. Muss man sagen. Und na, jetzt sind wir wieder
Only
da.
Benedict and I know what I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
I bid you listen well and remain calm. I am not your father, at least not by birth.
Oh. Damit habe ich gerade wirklich nicht gerechnet.
You are the blood of our former king, Ragnar.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
I promised His Majesty I would hide the truth from you. Forgive me. Destra was indeed your mother. That much was no lie. She was a commoner in the Crown City.
A woman of little means and low station, but possessed of unparalleled intellect and boundless affection.
Das ändert gerade sehr, sehr viel. Oh mein Gott.
He would often sneak out into the city in disguise. Fate united them on one of those evenings, and they fell in love. Thus, you were brought into the world.
He wished to marry her, but her low station made that unthinkable. In time, the royalists found out and plotted her murder.
Oh.
So Lord Symon took her as his wife to keep her safe.
And so I was born the heir of Haus Wolffort.
Sadly, your dear mother passed not long after you were born.
Ob das dann wirklich natürlich war bei dieser ganzen Geschichte, aber what the hell. Also ich weiß nicht, wie es euch geht, aber ich habe das null kommen sehen. Kein
It was
bisschen.
she who named you. It was the one thing she was able to pass down to you. And now I leave you this.
The royal signet.
Oh.
Only one of Glenbrook's royal line may wear it. I was to keep it until the time was right. And so it is now.
Father, you leave me completely unmoored. What am I to do with this unspeakable knowledge?
I leave you with a heavy burden. This I know better than any. Be strong, Serenoa. Forge your own path. Lead the people. Keep watch over him, Benedict.
I will.
Jetzt so Benedikts Plänen.
No, Father. Stay with me.
All this and still, you call me father. I am proud of you, my son.
Wäre ich nicht fast am Heulen, würde ich es noch süßer finden.
Please don't go. Father! Please!
Okay.
So Patriatte
Wäre die,
meant to
wär die
eliminate
Szene noch
House
länger
Wolffort
gegangen.
to protect the crown.
Wäre die Szene noch länger gegangen, also... Wäre vielleicht schon ja eine Träne geflossen. Das war eine sehr schöne Szene.
Yes, he
Muss ich
admitted as
schon
much
sagen.
himself.
I can assure you he acted
Wirklich
alone.
sagen.
King Roland was not a party to the plot.
Das hätte auch niemand von denen King Roland zugetraut, oder?
That is
Ich kann
fortunate,
es mir nicht
yes.
vorstellen.
But the mere fact of it could tear Glenbrook apart, were it to be made known.
Da haben sie allerdings recht. Oder
Lord
er allerdings
Symon's
recht.
assassination must be kept secret, my lord.
You would have me say his illness claimed him then.
Das werden wir dann wohl sagen.
I thank you for your assistance, Milo. Speak not a word of this to anyone.
Das ist jetzt auch interessant mit Milo, ne? Sie war ja jetzt die ganze Zeit ein Spion für wollte ich schon sagen, für Highsend. Fühlt sie sich jetzt doch vielleicht dem Haus Wolffort mehr verpflichtet?
I shan't. For the good of Haus Wolffort.
Jetzt ein Mitglied von Haus Wolffort oder wie haben wir das zu sehen? Das ist die Frage.
I cannot fathom why he thought us to be enemies. We mean no harm to the royal family.
Ich glaube, es ging da auch weniger um die königliche Familie, sondern eher um seine eigenen Machtambitionen an der Stelle.
Misplaced as his fears may be, we must stand ready to defend ourselves, in word and deed, from any who may reach similar conclusions.
Okay, das werden wahrscheinlich nicht wenige sein. Bitte nicht.
You heard Anna? Roland didn't issue the order. What are you plotting, Benedict?
I seek only to ensure Haus Wolffort's survival.
Er sagte immer als Begründung.
Lord Symon was murdered. Other enemies may well be within our ranks as we speak.
Kann sein.
They must be stopped at all costs, no matter who they are.
Can I count on your continued guidance, Benedict?
Glenbrook's throne is yours for the taking. You have the claim and the might to back it up.
Hoffen wir, dass alles gut läuft. Oder zumindest das
Your
meiste.
Lord Father beseeched you to forge your own path and lead the people. Might you not best accomplish that if you were king?
Bitte, kann Benedikt bitte nicht dieses Thema gerade anschneiden?
Perhaps. But I would sooner fall upon my own sword than usurp the throne from my friend.
Das klingt sehr nach
The
Seven,
truth
oder?
of my lineage does not leave this room. I shall keep it hidden along with this ring.
As you wish, my lord. I trust your judgment.
Vor allem da mehr Zwietracht zu sehen und alles andere wäre natürlich auch
I come
schlimm.
bearing a missive from King Roland. He requests your presence in the Crown City immediately. The Frosty survivors are on the move.
Oh. Leider haben sie anscheinend nicht so viel Zeit darüber
Leave me no time
nachzudenken.
to mourn. Lead the way.
Die Frage ist, wird Frederica dann auch dazu stoßen? Die ja im Dorf der Moselle unterwegs war. Damn, dieses Kapitel war heavy. Das Kapitel war richtig heavy. Sehen wir uns noch die erste Cutscene des neuen Kapitels an. Und dann werden wir sehen, ob Frederica jetzt auch dabei ist. Ah ja, doch. Ihr Punkt kommt auch dazu. Frage, ist es Milo dann jetzt auch dabei? Bin mal gespannt, ob Serenauer dann mitteilt, was er jetzt vor kurzem erfahren hat. Also den anderen mitteilt. Das ist natürlich auch wichtig.
Is there something on your mind, Roland?
Serenauer, I do not know what I should do.
Oh. Was ist mit ihm
Something
los?
happened in the capital.
No, that problem has been dealt with. I've made sure those damned royalists will never cause trouble again.
Ach, wir haben uns auch drum gekümmert. Ich glaube, das kann man schon so sagen.
Was such harsh punishment truly necessary?
Of course it was. When they should have been helping to rebuild the kingdom, they instead profited off the people's hardship.
Ja, das darf
And on
wirklich
top
nicht so
of that, they
sein.
sought to string me up as their puppet king.
I understand, but
You know what they told me? They said that is what Glenbrook truly is. That it must be ruled with the royalist careful mediation between the royal family and their loyal subjects.
Ach ja. Hauptsache schön eine schöne Rolle für sich herausarbeiten.
They said my father and my brother understood that.
Ja, wie kann ein König nur Ideale haben?
You have the power to change it.
I tried. That is the entire reason I took the throne. But nothing has changed. No matter how many corrupt aristocrats I've cast out. This kingdom has always been broken. As Frost's invasion just ensured we could never put the pieces back together. I do not have the strength to reconcile a land and people torn apart by hatred and greed. I cannot give Glenbrook what it needs, king though I may be.
Roland.
Man kann einem da richtig leid tun. Er hat wirklich sein Ideal, aber kann den nicht durchsetzen.
I should not burden you with my woes.
Er will einfach, dass alle Leute genug haben.
Burden me with nothing. But if you are struggling,
all is well. Trust me. So long as you are by my side.
Das ist wenigstens gut zu wissen, dass wir Roland an unserer Seite haben. Und wir haben Frederica wieder da.
Serenoa, I would speak with you before we meet with the others.
Ich weiß, ich wärme jeden Stream davon, aber dieses Theme, das ist so schön.
Is something the matter? I was led to believe the Rosellan village escaped all but unscathed.
Pray, look at this.
Oh, was ist das?
We recovered it from a band of brigands. It once belonged to the Frosty archives.
Oh.
It was authored by one Orlea, my mother.
Oh. Sehr
Inside
nice.
is the truth about the Roselle. Nay, about all Norzelia.
The truth?
Sehr, sehr
How would your mother have that knowledge?
The Rosellan people have long passed down the secret of the salt. My mother was a chosen keeper of that history.
Oh. Das ist ja im aktuellen Norzelia ziemlich verschwiegen.
In ancient times, the Roselle lived in the southernmost reaches of Norzelia, in a place called Centralia.
Ah, das ist das Teil, das wir unten immer auf der Karte sehen.
It is said Centralia was on the shore of a vast expanse of salt water they called the sea. Back then, the Norzelia we know was at the bottom of that sea, but a cataclysm dried up all the water, and thus this land came to be.
Oh, interessant.
The salt crystallized and sank into the earth, the very earth we now walk upon.
Das überall liegt Sand, Salz.
Our feet.
After the cataclysm, only one small lake of salt remained. War raged on and on as people fought to control it. The Roselle tried to stop the fighting by digging up a giant pillar of salt to show everyone the secret they had long kept. But Hyzant, whose power over Norzelia came from controlling the lake and the salt it produced, could not allow the truth to get out.
Das ist schon eine krasse
They
Geschichte.
captured the Roselle, branded them criminals who tried to seize control of the salt for themselves, and confined them to the lake.
Die Frage ist, wissen das überhaupt die Präfekten von Hyzant?
And what of the pillar?
Hyzant stole it and hid it, inside the very statue of the goddess that towers over the source.
Oh. Das ist makaber, aber sehr clever.
During the uprising, my mother broke the statue and recovered a fragment of the pillar within.
Oh.
The salt crystal found in the Rosellan village.
Ergibt das alles Sinn?
Incredible. If what you say is true, the teachings are a lie. This will shake Hyzant to its very foundations.
And we would be able
wenn
to
es
free
wahr
the
wird.
Roselle from their imprisonment at the source.
With so much at stake, we must be careful in what we do now. Frederica, I would ask for more time to think this through.
Vor allem ist das jetzt sehr heikel mit so vielen wichtigen Informationen, die wir in diesem Stream jetzt bekommen
I have
haben.
every faith in Haus Wolffort and in you.
Damit versammeln sich alle Mitstreiter wieder.
That is the extent of what happened during our various endeavors.
Die Frage ist, ist Milo immer noch
The
dabei?
passing of my Lord Father, the royalist scandal, and the book that revealed the truth about the Roselle and the Salt. It is time we consider what we shall do to overcome these obstacles facing us.
I still cannot believe how
scheint-
quickly Lord Simon's condition worsened.
Oh, sie weiß gar nicht, was wirklich passiert ist. Ah. Was soll man dazu sagen,
Most
ne?
devastating. Sarah Noah, did your father say nothing else to you?
He bade me lead Haus Wolffort well.
I see. Then we must all do what we can to help you honor that request.
Er erzählt es nicht mal Roland
Your Majesty,
und
what do you plan to do about the
Frederica.
royalists who misappropriated supplies?
As far as I've been able to discern, those involved acted out of greed and self-interest. They must all be punished. Nothing less than exile from the kingdom or execution will suffice.
Oh,
But there are those among them who support the Glenbrook line. Will that not impact your governance?
möglicherweise, aber er ist bereit zu
Perhaps.
tun.
But to pardon their crimes would kindle the people's ire. We must make an example of them. To appease the people. To make clear the consequences of engaging in such foolhardy behavior.
Did something else happen in the capital, King Roland?
Oh, das könnte eine Sache sein, die wir jetzt nicht mitbekommen haben.
Nothing you need concern yourself with. But I must say, I was shocked to learn of that Rosellan legend. Do you suppose the contents of that book could be true?
The part about their homeland, Centralia, that sits upon a vast saltwater sea? That of the untapped salt crystals beneath Norzelia? Or that, in order to monopolize the salt trade, Hyzant fabricated the
Ja, das
Roselle
ist schon alles ein
sins?
bisschen viel, da muss man Benedikt schon zustimmen. Das sind alles schon sehr, sehr viele Infos an der
That the
Stelle.
pillar of salt Hyzant stole from the Roselle is hidden within the statue of the goddess? If any of it is true, it would turn everything we know on its head. It would mean the teachings of the Holy State are not but lies.
Oh,
It does
das
sound
wäre sehr
unbelievable,
merkwürdig.
But we have already
Das würde ich
seen
niemals
part of this
erwarten.
legend for ourselves.
The crystal from the Rosellan village?
That crystal is a fragment from the pillar within the statue of the goddess. One my mother obtained during the uprising.
It fits perfectly.
Mhm.
Apparently, Lady Orlea penned the book detailing the legend for Frederica.
She did. She enchanted it so no one could open it, but left
Oh.
me the key to break the spell.
Interessant.
This pendant.
I doubt a mother would go to such lengths to lie to her daughter.
Das ergibt schon Sinn, ja.
And we agree
Ja.
the legend contains at least a seed of truth.
Your Majesty, we have received word that the survivors of the Duchy's army are amassing.
Oh.
What? Where?
At the Grand Norzellian mines. But we cannot be sure what they are
Oh.
doing. None of our scouts have returned.
Those frosty dogs.
Werden
We'll
wir wohl
speak later,
sehen,
Sarah
was...
Noah.
Werden wir endlich
First,
sehen,
we
was
must
in
put
der
down
Mine
whatever the
ist.
Duchy is planning at the mines. I need you and your people beside me.
Of course. We shall ready ourselves for the battle at once.
Oh, es wird dann ein sehr schöner Anfang für den nächsten Stream. Oh, komm schon. Nicht mal so viel Zeit.
Extraction is nearly finished. We've secured the amount we were told.
Es geht um Salz, oder?
Seems such a waste to just leave the rest.
Don't think Archduke Gustadolf gives two shites.
Sie haben ein bisschen was kaputt gemacht, oder sehe ich das
Hurry it
falsch?
up. We need to be done here before Glenbrook catches on to us.
Sir.
Ja, also ich will nicht sagen, das ist ein bisschen zu spät, aber ist schon ein bisschen zu spät. So. Aber so schön und vor allem emotional dieses Stream auch gerade war, ich muss sagen, das war's